It is movie time here at Superior Mobile Fabrication and Personalization. I am your host, 13, and I have a wonderful project to show you today. This is my bench test setup of the headlights that I have been building over the past year or so as a part-time little project. Basically just anytime I had some downtime, I would hop on them and start building them. And this originally started as a project for one of my oldest customers now. He's been with me for about 8 years. He got a little impatient when I was out in Texas building that sound quality system for the Altima and wanted his custom headlights. So he mailed it to some guy up in New York. Apparently works out of his apartment. I don't think I need to tell you the type of quality of work that he got back, but needless to say he was not happy. So I obviously offered to take the job and redo them, which turned out to be quite an undertaking. The biggest problem with these is that right here, that used to be the high beam, that used to be the low beam. You end up with a depth issue on these particular headlights. Notice how the projector lens is already pretty close to the front plastic. Now originally, it was actually hitting the plastic if you had installed them properly, which the guy did not do. So actually what he did was he removed the projector assembly and just put the lens over the bulb, which creates a distorted, nasty beam pattern. It's just no good. You don't want to do that. So my solution, which is what I had to do, was I basically machined these rings that used to be out of MDF, and I built basically spacers that dropped in there and actually recessed a solid 1.25 inches back so that we would have proper spacing, proper clearance, and I could install these projector lenses. Those assemblies have a predetermined depth, which you can't really mess with. I mean, it is what it is. And then so to treat that, first I soaked it in fiberglass, so that made it waterproof. And then just as a final measure, something I like to do as another level of protection is I coated it in the bed liner material. So of course I did that to both sides. We have the H1 bulbs going into that, 4300 Kelvin temperature, HID, 55 watt ballasts, a lot of power in your lighting right there. So the things pretty much scream. And I will demonstrate that right now for you. Voila. There's my beam pattern. It's a good solid straight line. What I love about this temperature of light is you see it starts off like a little bit of a, I don't know, a little off color, a little blue or something. But as the bulb warms up, it becomes much brighter, much whiter, and it has that almost yellowy tint. It's the OEM color. That's why I'm a big fan of it. A lot of people they think that the higher temperature bulbs give you more light output. That's not the case. It actually becomes less usable visible light the higher that you go. And technically the 3000 Kelvin, which are straight yellow, is the brightest, most useful spectrum of light for the human eye. But you can see, man, we got some serious light coming out of these things. And this is a well-lit garage right now, too. But you'll see they're just barely yellow. I mean, that's a white beam pattern for sure. And that's the front of them, man. They're shining. So I like that a lot. And then what's beautiful about these is these are also bi-xenon headlights, which means that there's an actual mechanical shield that's inside of the projector lens assembly so that it is electronic to go to high beam. And quite honestly, man, if this does not light up your road, I don't know where you are or what's wrong with you, but I mean, this is 4 55 watt HID bulbs, you know, projector lens, wide open throttle. It's dirty. I mean, that'll light up anything. I guess if you wanna see it, I guess it still looks the same. They're bright. Super bright. So, of course, that's the practical aspect of it, which is nice. But if you know Superior Mobile, if you know me, 13, I'd like to add a little bit of flair to my projects. So, first and foremost, we have running bars, in case you didn't see that. Voila! Since everyone's all about the running strips, you know, all the Audis, they brought that up. And then this, I have the backlit logo for me. There, you see that? That's my logo. Yay, Superior Mobile. All right, so that's on, of course, both of them. And you're like, all right, so how does this whole thing work? Okay, well, since we have a blinker built into there, I'll show you the blinker. I wanted a constant theme of having this projector lens surrounded by that halo. So I actually created this piece right here. I don't know if you can really tell from the video, but I definitely recommend you look at the build pictures out of a solid piece of acrylic and routed that out and made it nice and smooth and shiny. But this is our turn signal. See? Ooh, turn signal. Let's see if I can actually mimic. Right? Blinker. So you can pretty much see that from off angle, which is good. That's the whole idea of a blinker. And it's bright, man. That's a true ring of LEDs coming off that thing. And then if we turn those on too, now we got a light bar, we got backlit logo, and we got a blinker. But oh man, what is this magical thing? Well, that is of course for that. Because if you want lighting, if you want to be cool, you gotta have some halos or whatever. And if you don't like blue, that's cool. Let's go to green. You don't like green, let's do red. You got orange, you got this teal color. I don't know what color that is. Got purple, got that perp. Everyone loves perp. Then if you want to do a little bit fancy, you got your fading. So most likely, realistically, if you're hanging out at a car show or something, this is where you're gonna be. You're gonna basically set up your car. You won't have a blinker on, so we'll turn that off. But you can leave on the running bar or whatever, and then you'll just have this shifting through colors. And it's a real nice, it's attention grabbing, man. It looks real good. These look like something you just buy off eBay or whatever. It looks like a pre-made, classy headlight housing assembly. What you don't see right here is all of the work that went into it. That whole interior piece was handmade by myself. It's all custom. It's a ridiculous amount of work that went into it. I'm real pleased with the results of it. And I always knew right from the get-go that you really wouldn't be able to see the type of detail on the inside of the housing. All I know is that it really lights up all the dust. But it looks real good, man. It looks real good. I'm stoked. Oh man. We'll get this super light show going on here. So that is my latest and greatest Superior Mobile yet again. Really hoping to get into this headlight game. And let's see if I can do this for you. And there you go. This will light up a very empty room. It's a lot of light. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I guess if you're curious what it looks like with the headlights on, you can barely even see those halos at this point. I mean, once those things are on, they're pretty overwhelming. So in the event that he does accidentally leave his halos on while he's driving around, I don't think anyone's going to be able to see or notice. But if he turns off his headlights, then everyone will notice because it looks sweet. Alright, that's about all I gotta say, man. Hope you enjoyed. And by the way, of course, 13r1an.com is the website. That is 13Brian. Facebook.com/superiormobile is really where I spend the majority of my time uploading pictures and such. So check it out, be a fan if you're not already, follow along with the work. A lot more really good stuff to come. This is really just finally getting this one done, out the door. And like I said, hopefully I'll have some installed pictures in about a month or so when he comes by. Because homeboy lives in Orlando, I live in Tampa. Alright, have a wonderful day, guys.